until the world. I'm gonna sing down under the water until the world. I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing until the world.
Okay guys, so you see me cut everything out. So I had one question about why I used my sewing machine versus my serger on the first couple videos, and it was because I was using a sequin fabric. However, with these two next videos I will be using a spandex fabric, and I did not use lining for these two swimsuits only because they are very thick printed spandex lycra fabric. If they're thinner fabrics or less heavy spandex, I usually use lining, but these are pretty heavy and not see-through at all, even when wet, because I've made swimsuits with these before and wore them myself. Make sure all of this is good. Place this one. Okay, so let's start with the pink. So the pink cutout one, again, this is the custom print fabric. So I'm just gonna start by serging my edges, and we will be using elastic for this as well. I'm gonna serge my edges. Now there's a couple of ways to do these. You can just do a regular hem with elastic and fold it over, or you can do the bias tape hem wrap with elastic or without elastic. It can be up to preference and need sometimes. the back is done, and you see all the ends except the sides, because the side is going to get attached to the front, so I didn't serge that. But this is our back opening. So the pattern doesn't come with a back opening again, but I wanted a back opening, so I cut a back opening out in the back. So that's what we look like serged. See the back of the leg. So now we're going to do the same thing to the front. Okay, the front is done. So now we're just going to attach the front to the back. And then we will hem and add our elastic. Okay, so now everything is attached. So now we're gonna add elastic. The only part, well, I definitely love to add elastic in the cutouts because it cinches the holes, the cutouts together. So like if you just did a regular hem, sometimes it gets a little wavy. It looks terrible. It looks stretched out. So we want to put the elastic because the elastic will cinch the cutouts together. We don't need elastic around the armhole. We just could do a regular hem around the armhole. And we don't necessarily need it around the neckline either, because we don't need that part to cinch. It'll stretch out on its own when you wear the swimsuit. So that's the back and the front. So let's add our elastic with our sewing machine. So I bought this from Amazon way before the pandemic. It was like 100 yards for like $7 or $11. Might have been $11. 100 yards for $11. And now we are almost out and there's nothing available since everybody wants to start making masks. However, okay, so let's just start with the back opening. Now, we want to go for the wrong side, and we're going to be stitching our elastic and pulling just a tad while we're stitching it, and we're doing a zigzag stitch. So put it here. Oh, this table shakes, so I hope it doesn't fall. Okay, and we're going to be pulling it just a little bit, not too much, because we don't want to pull it too much and it shrinks in a whole lot. We're just going to pull just a tad. Maybe you can see better from here. this piece here, so we're just gonna cut that off. Okay. So this is what it looks like in the back. This is what it looks like in the back. Now you see how it's cinched together right here. So that's our back. This is what it looks like underneath. You see we got some rippling, which is good. So we pulled for the elastic to go in, but we're gonna flip it now, and then we're gonna do our hem. And we're gonna do a straight stitch. Now, if you have double needles, this would be good right now. I don't normally use double needles. You can do a straight stitch, which sometimes if there's a lot of gathering, like if we gathered it a lot, pulled it tighter, and when the person goes to put it on and they go to stretch it out, those stitches will pop if you do a straight stitch. But you can do, if it's just a little bit like this, I don't see it being too bad to do a straight stitch for aesthetic purposes, if it drives you crazy to do a zigzag. Or you could just go ahead and do a zigzag stitch, which isn't anything wrong with it when it comes to swimwear. So today I'm just gonna choose to do a zigzag stitch. So we folded it, we folded our fabric from here, we fold it this way, and then we're gonna stitch now. I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch all the way around. And we're not pulling. We are not pulling when we're doing a zigzag stitch. We let it stay in its gathered state. So I finally finished inserting the elastic on the inside. So this is what our oh, I missed pieces. I didn't do the bottom yet, but anywho, this is what it looks like on the inside. So you see we serged the edge, and then we did our zigzag stitches here. And now I'm about to just go back in. Do these legs really quick because I clearly forgot. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And you see right here, I didn't put the elastic on the neckline or on the arm openings, but you should just add it in there. That way you won't have any of this. This will all get cinched in. This will get cinched in as well. Now I made this swimsuit before, so I probably added it in there, but it was such a long time ago. Here's what our cutout looks like in the back. You could have made it bigger, or you can add whatever kind of cutout you want, really. It's up to you. Or if you don't even want the cutout, you could just leave it closed. But that's the swimsuit.